Hi, it's Fernando Beteta again at Tenzing Wine and Spirits. Today I am very excited to welcome one of the icons in the wine industry, personality, a living legend, Mr. Aubert de Villaine from Domaine Romanee Conti. Welcome to Tenzing. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Aubert, it is a pleasure to have you here today. I know it's a snowy day in Chicago and you're making your way to the United States. What are your travels while you're in the country? Where are you going?
Alors, I'm here in Chicago for the first time since a very long time, and from here I'm going to New York, and then have a very quick trip to California and back to France.
Well, it's a lot of traveling for a short period of time, and I know it's you get to do these tastings on a very rare occasion. Can you tell us just a quick background on the Domaine and where it's located and the type of wines that you make?
The Domaine La Romanee Conti is located in Vaune-Romanée, the village of Vaune-Romanée, just north of Nuit-Saint-Georges. And it produces in this village since many generations several wines that are all Grand Cru, La Romanee Conti and La Tâche, which are so-called monopole. We are the only owners. And then we have holdings in Richebourg, Romanée Saint-Vivant, Grands Échezeaux, and Montrachet, even Montrachet, on the Côte de Beaune. It's not in Vaune-Romanée, that's in Côte de Beaune. And since 3 years, we have some Corton, which is also in Corton, outside of Vaune.
So you really have what is the best vineyards in the world for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and I'm lucky enough to have tasted them today. How long has the Domaine been in your family, or maybe how many? You said it's many generations, even thousands of years, because the Romans were in Burgundy. But with your family, how long have you been part of it?
Alors, you are right. 2,000 years of winemaking in Burgundy, but my family has inherited, if I can say, some of these vineyards. In the 19th century, my ancestor built the domain as it is today between 1840 and 1860, and since then we have kept it through very difficult times, phylloxera, First World War, crisis of '29. Second World War, but we have been able to keep it during all this time. And now I am now myself the 7th generation after this ancestor.
That is a lot of perseverance, especially for a winery the size of your family's. That in a way it's very small, but then it has such a big story, and people all over the world have heard of the wine. We have 2 wines here that just wanted to ask you about, La Tâche. And so this is one of your monopoles that you own 100%. How big is La Tâche? Perspective, how big would it be as a vineyard?
It is a little more than 6 hectares, 6.06, which would be about 15 acres.
Which is in terms of California, it's a tiny amount. You don't make enough to even have enough wine for people in Burgundy. Yet the wine makes it to the United States in small quantities too.
Yes, but I remember you that the whole Burgundy is a little ribbon of 50 kilometers long, hardly, not even 1 kilometer wide, very often half a kilometer wide or even less. So it's a very small region, and the Grand Cru, like La Tâche, represent only 2% of this area, and they are very precious, and in fact are the flagships of this small region, and so they are very small themselves.
It's wonderful to have the the terroir and the expression from your vineyards show up in the wines. And I highly recommend anybody to start tasting Burgundy to slowly move their way up to hopefully drink some of the Grand Crus. So just with one final note, can you tell us a little bit about the 2010 vintage and how you felt that the vintage was in terms of climate and how long it should age, or maybe should we drink it now?
It's a 2010 is a very interesting vintage. As the same way, '09 was a vintage with a one very easy climate. Everything was easy. '10 was much more difficult in terms of climatic conditions, but it turned out to be one of these what we call Burgundian miracles, because of the very good weather at the end, which saved the vintage, and at the price of a lot of sorting in order to get rid of the mildew or botrytis that attack the vineyard, it produced very ripe grapes and wines that finally will take place amongst the very good vintages.
So it's a great vintage, something to invest and collect and drink in a couple of decades, or maybe after 10 years?
I don't like the term invest,
Yeah.
because
Well, neither do I. These wines should be drank, but to really put them down and wait for an opportunity to drink them.
No, but I was joking, because the term invest makes you think immediately, of people who keep the wines without drinking them, because they are made to be drunk. But kept in good condition and drunk. But it's like most of the vintages in Burgundy. I think they can be drunk today with pleasure. I don't think it's a crime to drink a '10 now or in the next 2 years. But then after the next 2 years, they should be forgotten for 10 more years then, and then. They may be beginning to be good to drink, but very young, they can be appealing.
Well, it's wonderful to taste the wines today. We had a wonderful vertical tasting of your different vineyards, and very honored to have you in Chicago. Hope to welcome you back very soon, and look forward to tasting many more vintages of Romanee Conti. Thank you.
Considering the welcome I've had here, I hope to come back often.
You have a standing invitation. Thank you.